And now, around the world and around the corner, it's the David Bowers Awards, bringing the best in indie music to millions of listeners worldwide with your host, the David Bowers. We've got a fantastic lineup of guests, as well as our engineer extraordinaire, Nick the Geek, our entire crew here at the Asylum, and me. I'm John Bon Jovial. And now, here's the voice of indie music, the David Bowers.
And here we are once again in our social distancing studios with you, John Bon Jovial, over there on the East Coast, and me some 2,000 plus miles to the west of you in the middle of the desert, and both of us experiencing some warm weather, that's for certain. And we're ready to go rock and roll with a great show today. We've got a new artist by the name of Savannah coming in, and then we've got our interview with Tommy James. But first, we have got a new artist. Well, he's not exactly a new artist. He's the singer-songwriter and lead vocalist of the Gaslight Anthem group. Does rock, punk, heartland rock, folk, rock, you know, all genres. He's out with a solo album, and I think you're going to like this. Some good stuff on this album. And here's a track called When You're Ready. Here's Brian Fallon.
In this life there will be trouble, but you shall overcome. They'll hurt you in your heartstrings. They'll leave you in the dust. But you do just like I told you. Stand strong and hold your own. Soft answer, quiet's breath. A gentle whisper breaks a bone. I can't tell you who love. I don't know who that might be. I hope they cheer you up like crazy, sweep you right up off your feet. No, I don't want you to grow up, 'cause I don't want you to leave. When you're ready to choose someone, make sure they love you. Make sure they love you if as much as me. Sometimes leaving, lovers you'll stand up, but you do just like I told you. Keep your heart above all things. It's a wicked world, my lovely, but you don't have to let it in. I can't tell you who love. I don't know who that might be. I hope they cheer you up like crazy, sweep you right up off your feet. No, I don't want you to grow up, 'cause I don't want you to leave. When you're ready to choose someone, make sure they love you. Make sure they love you if as much as me. So for now I'll be your audience applause. For now I'll leave the night light on, and I know the time is flying. So much has already flown, and I'm watching you just color. Yeah, I'm watching you just color with your brand new pajamas on. I can't tell you love. I don't know who that might be. They cheer you up like crazy, sweep you right up
When You're Ready. His name is Brian Fallon. I thought you'd like that song, and that's one of those songs, you just want to say, I wish I'd have written that for my kids. If you didn't catch the drift of it, and it's easy to miss. The lyrics are a little subtle. Listen to it again. Listen to the lyrics, and I think you're really going to like that song. It's from a great album, as I said. The guy is getting a lot of attention right now. You're going to see it all over the place. Check him out. Brian Fallon. His new album is called Local Honey, and that song you just heard is called When You're Ready. John Bon Jovial, what do you think?
Well, I like the song. It kind of brought me back to the 70s a little bit with a country singer named Gary Stewart. And it totally different style of music, but the quality of the voice work was very similar. And I always was a fan of that guy anyway. So, yeah, I was impressed with this. Nice job.
Yeah, I think you'll like the album. I got to listen to it earlier today, and it's a very listenable, enjoyable album. And like many of the artists we've had on here, he puts meaning into his songs. He's not just writing songs and lyric rhymes and things. You get the feel it comes from the heart. And right now, hey, we can use an awful lot of heart because we got a lot going on, and it's a tough world out there. Don't you think, John Bon Jovial?
Yeah, I was having a conversation. I was talking to Savannah here just a minute ago, and I've also brought this up with several other people here in the last couple of weeks. Just the fact that this is such an extraordinarily, historically weird time that we are living in right now. I've never seen anything like this. I'm a very physical person. You come in the door, I want to shake your hand. If you're a good friend of mine, if I haven't seen you for a while, I want to give you a hug. And you can't do that. And it bugs the hell out of me that you can't do that.
I know. I am the same way. I think it's, that European heritage, you just, of welcoming. Hugging is great, and you've gotten used to it, and you want it. It's normal.
Yeah.
It's beyond normal. I think almost a necessity.
But really, the bottom line to all of this is that, is as difficult and unaccustomed to this as we are, there are basic things. What our mothers and fathers told us when we were kids: wash your hands. And there really is a great degree of truth to that. Wash your hands. Keep your distance from people. It's really, really hard to do, but try to avoid touching your face. Just these basic things, and we'll get through it. But you know what? Look, Dr. Fauci's in Washington to talk to us about that. We're here to talk about music.
We are, and before we get to our first guest, I wanted to touch on one subject that's very near and dear to all of us, I'm sure, and that is how you and I can help our musicians survive this struggle that we're going through right now. And I'm just going to mention a couple of things really quickly. You might want to write them down if you don't have a great memory, because they're worth keeping in your mind. One of them is don't hesitate to give cash to artists in need. If they ask for assistance, believe me, 99% of them aren't trying to take advantage of you. They're trying to struggle to survive just as you are. Merch is still the number one way artists make their money. If you haven't bought that T-shirt or that new album, whatever it is you've been thinking about, do it and buy it from the artist if it's at all possible. The smaller the artist, the more your help matters to that artist. Donate to charities who provide direct aid to musicians. Do the research. Find out the legitimate charities that donate to musicians and support them. Hold on to your postponed concert tickets and show tickets. That way, you still have the seat and the artist still has the money. Buy virtual concert tickets. There are a lot of them coming up in the next few weeks. Buy them. And shout out to your favorite bands and musicians online through social media and their website. Keep that in mind. Any questions? Hey, write us. We'll be happy to direct you in the direction of whatever you need to know. David at TheDavidBowers.com. Right now, our first guest standing by, as John Bon Jovial just said. So let's listen to tune by a young lady who goes by the name of, we're having fun here today. I can see that already. One lady who goes by the name of Savannah. And this is her tune called We Are us.
I've been sitting here wondering about this world. What's been going on with our boys and girls? Used to put on the news, learn something cool, but lately, oh, too many fights, it's never right and hating. There's no guarantee that there will be a tomorrow. Wondering about my life. Although we don't know, we see eye to eye. We can understand, give a hand, and make soon. We can take a stand, make a better land for me and you. Try to guarantee that there will be a tomorrow.
And there you go. Her name is Savannah, and she's here to talk with us today. Come on in, say hello, Savannah.
Hello there.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Just fine, thanks, and so glad to have you here with us. Now, I understand, if I got my notes correctly, that you trekked all the way to the music world from someplace in Nebraska?
That is very true.
Tell us about where you came from, because that the roots are so much a part of the makeup of an artist.
That is very true. Yes, I come from a super small town called Pawnee City, Nebraska. It is a town of about 900 people or so it's very, very small. So definitely moving to Nashville was definitely a big change for me.
Oh, I'm sure.